Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of 60 Formula. Hope you're doing well today. We're back in action. If you guys missed our zoo episode, it was posted just the other day. We went to the zoo and we saw all sorts of crazy cool animals. No Siberian Huskies in that episode, but that's okay. We caught some really cool stuff. And Britney Spears was like, dude, I want to go to the zoo. I want to see all those crazy animals. We got a special episode coming your way today. He was like, oh yeah, bro, what's so special about it? Tell me. On today's episode, we're gonna be talking about how you can keep your Siberian Husky super duper clean. Ever wonder how Britney Spears and Gila look so magically floofy and fluffy all the time? How their paws are always super duper white? How in the heck do you keep your Husky clean, 60 Formula? Well, today we're gonna unveil all of those secrets, but first, I wanna hit you guys up with an update. A big update coming to the 60 Formula channel. Numero uno, we got brand new merch, baby. Brand new merch, and it looks dopification. It looks so cool. I'm really excited about this stuff. So first things first, we're bringing back the Japanese Gila and Britney Spears hoodies and t-shirts that you guys liked that we had a long time ago, like back in May. We're gonna bring those back, but we're gonna have like 3 new designs for you guys. I'm really excited to bring all this out for you. I'm really excited to wear it in the videos, put some t-shirts on Britney Spears and all Gila. Merch is always exciting. It's always really cool when you get a cool little design and you're ready to share it with all of your viewers. Come on, let's go. Let's go show them the other thing. Come on. Let's go show them the other thing. It's in here. Second thing I kind of want to show you guys is I gotta tell you, this is the stupidest thing I've ever bought in my life. I promise you. I told myself that I would never buy one of these arcade one-up machines, but come on. I mean, come on. How cool is this thing? Now, I saw these at Walmart. They only had 2 of them, and I know that they're really hard to find. Everybody's been like, I want to get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade. Now, these are kind of expensive. They're not really crazy expensive, but more than I was willing to spend. But something about it just made me go, oh man, I have to have that. I have to have it. I played this arcade so many times when I was a kid. I'd just walk up like in a Chuck E. Cheese's or an RJ Gators. If you're from Florida, you know what RJ Gators is. And to see that you could actually buy one and bring one in your home. Now, this isn't the full size of the original. This is kind of smaller. And the sound effects and just the song. Look at Gila, she's like, what is that thing? What is that? It's all of Daddy's hopes and dreams, all into one cabinet, right here. So it comes with 2 flippin' games. Oh my goodness. Hit the A button, pick which one you want, and then it just starts up. Let me hear the song, baby, let me hear the song. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Even they like it. Even they're like, dude, can you get us a dog stool so we can get up and play it? So yeah, it was just really cool to put this together. In case you guys didn't know, I had to build this entire thing. It comes in a box. None of this is built. So yesterday was a very stressful day. But I got through it, and here it is, the Ninja Turtles arcade cabinet. Super stoked to have it. Let's get to our episode. What's this? What is all that? Did you do that, Britney Spears? Gila, what's that? Did you guys destroy a paper towel and then just like rip it up on my floor while I was trying to show everybody something? You know, you're big troubles. You're big trouble, dude. Now, in case you guys are wondering if my Huskies ever do anything bad, the answer's C. Yes, it is true. They do sometimes do the bad thing. But it's never anything really crazy. This is just a paper towel torn up on the floor. Typically, they'll do this if I leave them alone and go take a shower. If they feel like they're being neglected. If they're like, Daddy, you not paying attention to me? Yeah, those look like guilty eyes, baby. All right, let's slam a jam into the episode. Are you ready, lady? I know you're not, but let's do it anyways. All right, so you're thinking about getting yourself a Siberian Husky, or you already got one, and you're thinking, hey, how do I get my dog to look so floofy and fluffy and shiny? How do you get Huskies to maintain their hygiene? Make them smell good? Look at Gila, she's like, Britney Spears smells nice. You're probably thinking, well, 60 Formula, all you gotta do is get some shampoo and like throw them in the bathtub, or get the hose and spray them down. Well, yeah, that's how you give a Husky a bath, but giving a Husky a bath isn't the only thing you gotta do to make sure that they have a nice, silky, shiny coat. So first things first, the first trick to making sure that your Husky has a shiny, nice, silky coat is to monitor and and make sure they're getting the right stuff in their diet. Diet is super important in keeping that coat fluffy and nice. If you're not doing a good job at keeping up with their diet, then you're probably not going to have a fluffy husky. Having the right kind of foods and the right kind of supplements are going to make sure that your husky has a super silky soft coat. Now you might be wondering, hey, what kind of supplements are you talking about exactly? I got them the best kind of food, so what else do they need to be eating? The very first thing that I recommend you do when keeping your husky's coat nice and clean is to make sure that you're feeding them omega-3 fish oils every single night with their dinner. Now, if you aren't familiar with what omega-3 oils are, they're basically just fish oils, and there's different ways that you can get them and administer them into your dog's food. So what's the best way of doing it? Don't worry, I'm gonna let you know, dudes. You can buy omega-3 oil in capsule form or in liquid form. Now, capsule form seems to be the favorite way to get it because honestly, in capsule form, it lasts a little bit longer. They're easy to travel with. You can just throw them in, your medicine pouch wherever you're going. But the best way to administer omega oils to your dog is when it's just a liquid. I'm telling you, Huskies are mega smart, and whenever you put a capsule of omega oil in your dog's food, they typically like to sniff it out, try and find it and be like, oh dude, this isn't part of my meal. I ain't eating this. But if you got some nice wet food or you have a big old pile of good kibble right here, if you just pour on that omega-3 oil right onto the food, they're not even gonna know the difference and they're gonna chow down, scarf it all up. So if you're trying to decide, hey, should I get the omega-3 capsules or the omega-3 liquid, we definitely suggest getting the liquid. It just works way better. And if you're wondering, that's exactly what I used when it comes to Gila's coat. Everyone's always complimenting me about Gila's coat. They're like, dude, it's so fluffy, it's so furry. I always tell people the secret is omega-3 fish oils. I always make sure my Huskies get fish oil in their diet. Oh my goodness, so soft. They're like that little teddy bear in that laundry commercial that falls down on the laundry and you're like, ooh. All right, tip number 2. Now, most of you practice this, or you try to at least. Some of us say, hey, I go ahead and I do this to my Husky, but really we do not do it enough. And if you don't do it a couple times a month, let alone a couple times a week, your Husky's probably gonna have a whole bunch of tufts hanging out of their fur, and they may not look as cleanly. But number 2 is going to be brushing your Husky on a regular basis. Now, I definitely recommend grabbing more than one brush. Huskies have a double coat, which means they have a whole bunch of fur, and it's probably gonna be on your floor if it isn't already. If you wanna keep that coat looking non-matted, if you wanna make sure that it's always super duper floofy, brushes maintain a Husky's coat. They make sure that the fur is always floofy, that it's always fluffy. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it feels so nice. And since that coat is so thick and there's so much fur, there's many different brushes that you probably want to invest in if you're going to get yourself a Husky. The first one is just going to be your typical brush, one that you'd probably use on your own head. Every single day, we're just going to go up to our Husky, we're going to take that brush and we're going to brush them down just a little bit. Just enough to get some of that loose fur off of the top of their coat. Now, every once in a while, Huskies do blow their coat, which means they get rid of a lot of fur all at once. And you're going to need a Furminator. It looks kind of like this. Now, a lot of people are like, dude, the Furminator, it's the worst thing ever. It pulls out a Husky's guard hairs. It destroys their coats. Don't ever use a Furminator. I've got news for you. I've been using a Furminator on both of these dogs ever since I've got them. Whenever they blow their coat, I take out the Furminator. I give them a little 1-2. I don't use the Furminator for an hour. I don't sit there and pull out all their hair. I just take them outside and I give them like a 20-minute brush down with the Furminator. Make sure I get all the parts, make sure I get everywhere and get all those fluffy, floofy things off. Or if you can't afford the Furminator, definitely invest in a tool that is similar to the Furminator. We'll have all that linked down below in the description so you guys can get yourself one for your Husky. Scooby-da-bop-bop, you're a cutie. Scooby-da-bop-bop, you're a cutie too. Booty-ba-boop-boo, you got no booty, but booty-ba-boop, but you got a booty for two. So yeah, tip number 2 is going to be make sure that you're brushing your Huskies on a regular basis. Make sure you're brushing them during their blowouts with a Furminator. This is going to make sure that your Husky's coat is constantly free of dirt, excess hair, and that it always looks nice and trim, just like this. They're like, yeah, we like to brush up and brush down, baby. Now, you know to feed them the right foods with the essential supplements and fish oils. You know to keep them brushed down with a Furminator or a regular brush, depending on the season and what your Husky's going through. Before we get into the third trick and tip to keeping your Siberian Husky clean, we're gonna hear a word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor for our channel is Dog Care Products. They've been supplying Gila and Britney Spears with some of the best supplies and tools for pupperoni pizza. pizzas. One of Britney Spears' favorite beds in the entire world is this one right here, a comfortable elevated bed. It's done by Dog Care. As you can see, their little logo right there. They sell the essentials when it comes to taking the best care for your Siberian Husky. We all know how crazy hairy Huskies can get. There's always like a ton of hair on your floor after one day, even after you've cleaned. Since Dog Care knows what you go through when you own a Siberian Husky, they also sell items like air purifiers to make sure that you're not getting all sneezed up and congested from all the booty fur falling off your best friend. It's super quiet and super sleek and comes with so many different modes. If you want to have it on full blast, you just hit that button and whoa, I'm getting blown away! They also sell the best training tools for Siberian Huskies and dogs as well. So if you want to get your dog to stop barking or you want to train them a little bit better on the leash, Dog Care has your back. We're going to link all of their products down in the description below just in case you want to check something out. Drew's like, dude, I even like this stuff. Sometimes I go and sit on Britney Spears' bed when he's not looking. Nice little fluffy butt, bro. Seriously, don't hesitate to go and check them out. It helps us out. It helps out Dog Care products, and in the long run, it's gonna help you and your best friend out as well. Can I get a paw? Can I get the other paw? And as always, we want to thank Dog Care products for sending us all the goodness and helping us out with the Huscaronis. Isn't that right? Dang, Britney Spears, you need to get your nails trimmed. You definitely need to get your nails trimmed, bro. And that brings us into our third tip. Keep your Husky's feet clean. I know this sounds super silly and it sounds really crazy, but Huskies' feet kind of get the dirtiest of all of their body parts. And it makes sense, right? It's their feet. They're walking all over the floor. They're walking in the dirt. They're digging holes. That's what they do. But it takes a lot of work to maintain Husky feet. Look at Britney Spears like, don't be talking about my feet, man. Don't be talking about my feet. For the most part, Siberian Huskies will keep their feet really nice. They're really good at cleaning themselves, and more times than not, I see them down on the floor licking their paws going, ooh, what kind of treats can I find between my toes? I've seen some people whose Huskies have like an entire red paw, or some Huskies who have an entire black paw because they haven't cleaned their Huskies' paws in like months and months and months. One thing I like to do whenever the Huskies come in from going outside is I have a little towel at the door and I place it down on the floor so the pads of their feet can hit that towel as soon as they come in. This makes sure that my house stays clean, but it also makes sure that the pads of their paws stay super clean too. Now, keeping the nails clean is another thing entirely. Nails can get long, but you want to make sure that you're not trimming them too short. You want to make sure that they have natural length, which means don't shave them to that little pink spot, but make sure that they got a little bit of length. This toe right here, kind of perfect. But some of these on the other foot, like these two and maybe this one right here, getting a little long. It's time to get one of those nail clipping sessions in, baby. Now, so many people ask me if I shave my Huskies. They're like, how do you keep your Huskies' coats so short? Like, what's the deal? How does that happen? Well, I have short hair Huskies, and I constantly do all of the things that I mentioned in this video. I keep them brushed on a regular basis, and I make sure to put those supplements into their diet so that their fur is always looking glamorous. Now, I know it's hard to get your Husky to sit down for 5 seconds, relax, so that you can get on their feet and trim those nails down. If it's the middle of the day and you have no choice, you have to do it, go ahead, grab a plate and smear some peanut butter all over the plate. It's going to distract your Husky long enough for you to get to those nails and trim them all down. But personally, I wait till it's late at night, right after dinner, when the Huskies are all tired and conked out. I grab Britney Spears by his little toes and I say, hey buddy, just take a nap, act like you're going to bed, and I'm going to get those nails trimmed. It's really the best time to get your Husky all clean and primed whenever they're super duper tired. Cover all of these things and look, you're going to have a big old fluffy booty just like this. If you guys had fun on today's episode, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any more awesome facts, tips, and tricks about Siberian Huscaroni pizzas. We had a blast today, and we'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Guess What? Yup, whatever we make. Peace!